Hello students, today's video lecture is based on class 12 physics, that is the lecture number 11 of chapter 1st. In previous video lecture we have discussed about the topic that is the equatorial position of a electric dipole. But today we will start the next point, that is the point number 3rd. At any point, intensity of electric field at any point due to electric dipole. So today we will discuss about this topic. In this topic we will calculate the formula of intensity of electric field at any point, because in previous video lectures we have discussed about the axial position and equatorial position. That was the two different topics. Today we will start this topic, that is the point number 3rd. And if we are going to discuss about this topic, so suppose that there is the electric dipole like this, and one side is negative charge, second side will be positive, and this is the midpoint of this electric dipole. In this condition, we will take the point between the equatorial position and axial position. Suppose that this will be axial position and this perpendicular point will be equatorial, but we will take this point between this equatorial position and this axial position. So we can take here and also here. So we cannot say we are going to take the point where we want to calculate the intensity of electric field, that on the equatorial position or axial position. Just we are going to calculate at any point around this electric dipole. So suppose that there is a point P, and this point P is not at the axial position and also is not at the equatorial position. This is the between axial and equatorial. So suppose that this electric dipole travels some distance at angle of theta. We are taking here, suppose that like this. Okay, let this electric dipole moves at angle theta, and in this condition this will be the axial position for this angle theta. Point P is at the axis of the dipole. In this case, this negative charge will be here and this positive charge will be here. In this condition, this will be in horizontal plane, that is the axial position, and next will be here, that is the vertical position, like this. And this diagram will show P sin theta, and this diagram will show P cos theta. Clear that? This is the vertical, that is the form of equatorial position, so it will indicate P sin theta, and this will show P cos theta, because this point for this situation is on axial position. So in this case, if we are taking here, that is the E1, like this. Suppose that this is the intensity of electric field at point P due to this electric dipole on the axial position, so this will be E1, and on this point there will be perpendicular direction of the intensity of electric field due to the equatorial position, that will be E2, like this. And in this condition there will be resultant E, like this. This resultant E will show the net intensity of electric field at point P. Now we can draw a line to join these points like this, and suppose that this is the direction of net intensity of electric field, that is E, and this will be E1 and this is the E2. In this condition we can calculate the value of E1 and E2, and then we will go on the topic resultant intensity of electric field. So now the topic is, what is the E1, what is the value of E1 and what is the value of E2. Now we know that point P is the axial position for this. So we know that E1 is the intensity of electric field, of component axial position. So let E1 is the intensity of electric field in axial position. So E1 equals to 1/4 pi epsilon naught 2p upon r cube. This is for the formula of axial position, but we are taking this because at the angle of theta, so we will take here p cos theta. So there will be 2p cos theta. So suppose that this is the equation number first, and for the equatorial position E2 equals to 1/4 pi epsilon naught p sin theta upon r cube. Why we are taking here p sin theta, and in previous equation we are taking here 2p cos theta? Because this will be horizontal for the horizontal, that is the axial position, and this sin theta will indicate the equatorial position. Now in the formula which we have discussed in earlier classes, that was the, for axial position there was the formula E1 equals to 1/4 pi epsilon naught 2p upon r cube. So we are taking here for the horizontal component, so take cos theta, and here is the E2 equals to 1/4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube for the equatorial position, and sin theta for this vertical component. So we are writing here p sin theta upon r cube. Suppose that this is the equation number second. So if we are going to calculate the total net intensity of electric field, then we can calculate what is the resultant. Because in this form, in the class 11 we have discussed about the resultant, that is net resultant intensity of electric field of electric field equals to square root of E1 square plus E2 square. And so equals to, in place of E1 we can write here 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p cos theta upon r cube and take here whole square, and plus in place of E2 we can write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p sin theta upon r cube. That is for the equatorial position and this will be for the axial position. So we can see here clearly equals to square root of, in both the terms p upon r cube is common. So we can take here p upon r cube to the power 2, we can take common, and here is also 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught we can take common. So here will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught also be common, and in bracket here will be 2 cos theta whole square plus here will be sin theta sin square theta. Now we can take this common, then equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube is in the square root, here will be 2 to the 4 cos square theta and plus here is the sin square theta. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So in place of sin square theta we can write here the sin square theta equals to 1 minus cos square theta. In place of sin square theta we can write here 1 minus cos square theta. So equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube in the square root 4 cos square theta, and plus in place of sin square theta we can write 1 minus cos square theta. So here the 1 and 4 cos square theta will be subtracted by cos square theta. So the final answer will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube in the square root there will be 1 plus 3 cos square theta. Now this is the final equation. So the answer is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube in the square root 1 plus 3 cos square theta. That is the net intensity of electric field on the point P at any point around the electric dipole. So this is the way to assess, we can say this is the way to express these terms, that is the E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube in the square root 1 plus 3 cos square theta. Now if we are taking here that angle is phi, that is the angle between resultant and the component of the intensity of electric field, that is E1, or you can say already there will be. If this is the phi, then also be phi. Why? Because this is the resultant of this physical quantity, so there will be phi. So if we are going to calculate the value of phi, then we can write here tan phi equals to E2 upon E1. E2 upon E1. And what is the E2 and E1? We know that E1 equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p cos theta upon r cube, and E2 equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p sin theta upon r cube. By putting these values we can find this. So tan theta equals to tan phi equals to, here is the E2, in place of E2 we can put this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p sin theta upon r cube, and it is divided by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p cos theta and upon r cube. In this way we can find that here is the term theta, so we can write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught will be cancelled by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, we can cancel it, and p by r cube will be cancelled also, so it will be 1 by 2 tan theta. So the final answer will be tan phi equals to 1 by 2 tan theta. That is the relation between theta and phi. So this is the term for this, that is the relation between phi and theta. This is the topic of the intensity of electric field at point P, and there were the three conditions. First was the axial, second was the equatorial, and third was the at any point. So now we are going to start the last topic of this chapter, that is the chapter number first, and this is the last topic, that is the moment of couple. Moment of couple. Moment of couple on electric dipole in an external uniform electric field. Clear? So we are going to discuss about the moment of couple on electric dipole in an external uniform electric field. Uniform electric field means the electric lines of forces will be separated at the equal distances. So that field will be uniform electric field. External means this field is not individually for the electric dipole. That's not. This is the external electric field that is also created by external factor. So we are going to discuss. Suppose that this is the indication of electric field, and that is also uniform electric field, because we can see here clearly all the electric lines of forces are separated by the equal distances. So this is the uniform electric field we are supposing that. And an electric dipole is placed at angle of theta. Suppose this is the electric dipole which is placed in this uniform external electric field at an angle of theta with the direction of electric field. This is the electric dipole. In this corner there is the negative, and in second side there is the positive charge. This is the midpoint of this electric dipole, which makes an angle of theta with the direction of intensity of electric field. Now we are taking that this is the angle theta. Clear? In this condition there is the effective length, that is the perpendicular to the line of action of these forces. Let this is the A and next point is B. AB is the electric dipole and this point we can take as C. We can see here ABC is the right angle triangle. So we can find this distance BC. How can we find this distance BC? Because we know that this length, suppose that this is the point O, that is the midpoint. So OA, that is L, and also OB, that is L. This point L. Clear that? So OB is L, also AO, that is L. So because the total length of the electric dipole is 2L. So in this case, if this angle is theta, then that will be perpendicular and this is the base. How can we find the distance BC? So BC equals to square root of, how can we find? That is the hypotenuse, that is 2L, and there will be theta, that is the sin theta. Sin theta equals to, or we can write here, sin theta equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Suppose that perpendicular is the BC. So write here BC upon hypotenuse is 2L. So write here 2L. In this case, BC equals to 2L sin theta. That is the effective length between these couple of forces. Now, the formula of the moment of couple, that is denoted by tau. So, let tau is the moment of couple. So tau equals to force into perpendicular distance between line of action of these charges. Force, that is F into what is the perpendicular distance between line of action of these charges? That is 2L sin theta. That is this. So the length of BC, that is the effective length, and it is equal to 2L sin theta. So right here BC. So tau equals to F into BC. Now in place of F we can write here Q into E, because F equal to Q into E. Since F equal to Q into E, that is this. That topic is discussed in previous lectures. Q into E into, in place of BC we can write here 2L sin theta. Now the tau equals to Q into E, and here is the 2L sin theta. So we can write together 2QL into E sin theta. Now 2QL equals to P. So tau equals to P, and here is the E sin theta. This is the formula for the moment of couple, and this symbol is read as tau. So tau equals to P E sin theta. We are finding here sin theta. That means this is the vector product. P is the vector quantity, E is the also vector quantity, and sin theta denotes the vector product. So vector P and vector E has a vector product. So we can write it as tau equals to vector P and cross vector E. This is the cross product. that represent the vector product, and if these are the vector and also we are taking here vector product, then tau will be also vector. So this is the formula for the moment of couple. In these cases we can find the minimum moment of couple, and also we can find maximum moment of couple. So the topic is maximum turn or minimum turn. Point number first, for minimum moment, tau equals to P is sin theta, we know that. Okay, so for minimum sin theta equals to minimum, and we know that at theta equals to 0 degree, sin 0 equals to 0. So the minimum value at the angle of 0 degree. So at theta equals to 0 degree, tau equals to 0. This is the minimum value. And for maximum value, theta equals to maximum, or we can say sin theta equals to maximum. And sin theta equals to maximum, what is this? That is equals to 1. So theta equals to 90 degree. At the theta equals to 90 degree, tau is maximum, that's equal to PE. That is the formula for calculating the maximum moment of couple. This is the last topic of this chapter. In next video lecture, we will start numeric problems related to all these topics which we have discussed in this chapter. So इस चैप्टर में हम लोगों ने जितने भी टॉपिक को कवर किया है उसके वन बाय वन हम लोग टॉपिक को इन द न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स में सॉल्व करेंगे. जो भी हमारे पास न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स होगी उसको एक एक करके हम लोग कैच करेंगे और वहां पर उसके सॉल्यूशंस को फाइंड आउट करेंगे. सो टुडे वी विल स्टॉप हियर. सो आई थिंक आप इस चैप्टर को रिवाइज करेंगे और उसको आप नोट्स को मेंटेन करके फिर जितने भी टॉपिक्स आपको मिलेंगे न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स में उसको एक एक टॉपिक को पकड़िए और आप उसको सॉल्व करिए. जो नहीं आता है उसके लिए हम लोग यहाँ पर डिस्कस करेंगे, और जो भी मेन क्वेश्चंस है उसको मैं यहाँ पर बोर्ड पर ही राइट कर दूंगा, और जो क्वेश्चंस आपके पास और भी होंगे उसको जब भी क्लास स्टार्ट होगी तब हम लोग कर सकते हैं, या फिर आप उसको ग्रुप में आप सेंड कर सकते हैं जिससे हम लोग उस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर पाएंगे. ओके, थैंक यू.